There's every chance that Wikileaks founder Julian Assange will be facing the Swedish justice system before the end of the year over allegations of rape and sexual assault. The Australian national has lost his British High Court appeal against extradition to Sweden. It's another blow to the embattled Wikileaks organisation, which is struggling to stay afloat due to lack of funds. Here's Europe correspondent Emma Alberici.
This 40-year-old computer hacker from Townsville, Australia, can certainly pull a crowd. But since last year, when he became a household name, Julian Assange has been revered and reviled in equal measure.
I'm amazed he's been able to cope with the amount of pressure he's had. It's been a lot of pressure, and you see it. I've been close enough to see the level of pressure. It's been pretty daunting.
For 12 months, Vaughan Smith has been hosting Julian Assange in his home in Norfolk under virtual house arrest. The Wikileaks founder is electronically tagged, his movements monitored around the clock. All on account of charges waiting to be brought against him in Sweden, allegations of sexual coercion and rape.
A lot of people would just say, why doesn't he go to Sweden and face the accusations being levelled against him? I mean, if they are as flimsy as he suggests, then surely it should be as simple as that.
On the face of it, I think that sounds reasonable, but the reason it isn't is, one, I believe that he's convinced there's a good chance he would get sent to America and he'd never get out of the American gulag. But the other important thing, which is just as important, is there are no bail arrangements in Sweden. The legal system's a different one. It's not an Anglo-Saxon-based legal system. Consequently, you can't run Wikileaks from prison, can you?
Lawyers for Julian Assange argued in the High Court that the European arrest warrant was invalid and disproportionate in relation to the alleged offences. According to his counsel, what he's said to have done in Sweden would not be considered crimes in the UK. But the appeal failed on all grounds.
I have not been charged with any crime in any country. Despite this, the European arrest warrant is so restrictive that it prevents UK courts from considering the facts of a case, as judges have made clear here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
The ruling comes at a critical time for Wikileaks. A key technical component of the whistleblowing website is understood to have been disabled by a disgruntled colleague. And the entire business is running out of money after Visa, MasterCard and PayPal launched a financial blockade. It's little wonder lawyers have asked for the $30,000 worth of court costs to be waived.
Omgärdad av sina advokater och mängder av tv-kameror och fotografer anlände Julian Assange till the Royal Courts of Justice här i London.
The Swedish media reports that their government is tired of the constant criticisms by Julian Assange's legal team, labelling its judicial system as draconian and unfair.
This has set off a huge debate in Sweden regarding where the lines are drawn, when is a sexual assault an assault and when is rape a rape and so on. But I still think that most Swedes trust the Swedish justice system to deal fairly with these kind of accusations.
The European arrest warrant system was designed to speed up the process of extradition between EU countries. The whole idea being that a defendant facing prosecution in Sweden would experience the same level of treatment as they would in the UK or any of the other 25 member states.
But lawyers say the warrant provides no guarantee that Julian Assange will face a fair trial in Sweden.
If they had taken the facts from the police brief, as Julian's lawyers argued on appeal and as we argued in the Magistrates Court, it wouldn't amount to a crime in the UK and it wouldn't amount to a crime in Australia.
So why this apprehension, mistrust about the Swedish justice system?
The concerns about the Swedish justice system that we raised in the earlier parts of the proceedings is that Julian would be held incommunicado prior to trial. He would then be tried in a closed trial, not open to the public. That, to us, is disproportionate. There are other ways to protect the women involved in the case in giving their testimony.
Vaughan Smith laments the fact that Julian Assange's pioneering work has ceased to be the focus of attention.
You continue to hear politicians saying that, we want more open societies and we vote for that. But the truth is we're not getting that. And we're entitled to fight for it, and Julian gives us an opportunity to do so, and we mustn't miss it.
And it's significant coming from you because you're a former army officer.
Yes.
And the criticism that's levelled at Julian Assange from people of authority is that he puts servicemen and women's lives in jeopardy by the kinds of disclosures he makes of confidential information.
But they're very short on providing evidence for that. And in fact, I don't know of, to date, anybody who's been seriously harmed by any of these leaks.
A final appeal will be lodged in the next fortnight. If it's rejected, Julian Assange could be in Sweden before the end of the year.